Welcome back to the Black Light Podcast. DUO here with another live reaction. Let's go, baby. What do we have here? You guys know the rules. Hit the subscribe button on your way into the room. Also hit the notification bell so we're notified every single time we go live. If we reach that goal of 50 bucks, we've minimized the goal. If we reach the goal of 50 bucks, we come back here and we react to a woman who dare claim to ask for 100K and try to make a man wait until marriage. So if you want another Kendra G show tomorrow, let's sponsor today's show. How you guys doing today? Glad to be here. I missed you guys. We're back. We've been waiting on archetypes and they're here. The delusion is here. Let's make it happen. We have to address Kendra G first because there's some things that she's been saying. So we're gonna spend some time addressing Kendra G. Then we're gonna get into the show as we know it. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. DUO at your service. Man, we're gonna make it happen because who else? There goes that man. Where I'm at.
No, listen, we're...
Drop those locations. I want to see where you're tuning in from. Say the winning first.
Okay, just...
Let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever sell crack. Let's get...
What's happening? How you doing, Edwina? You guys good? Let's work. I missed you guys. Eric Cummins came through with 5. He says, Dollar Crew, salute. Shout out to all my Dollar Crew people. I want to make sure that I'm in the right reaction screen. There we go. That's where we belong. Let's clear the board. St. Louis in the building. Who's that? Brooklyn. Welcome back. Shouts out to all of our new subscribers. We got 400 new people. 400 new subscribers. You know your band when you're celebrating 400 subscribers. And I'm grateful for whatever we get. Just like I expected when we started doing short form content. More people came to the channel. So shouts out to all the new people who have recently joined the movement. I really enjoy doing this work. I do. I enjoy it. Kendra G, there's been a lot of Kendra G talk as of lately. And it's because Kendra G's been running her mouth. And Kendra G would stay out of trouble 90% of the time if she just simply kept her mouth shut. Right? But Kendra G, she likes to stand on BINS. And there's literally no controlling Kendra G. There's no directing her. There's no guiding her. There's certainly no chance of anyone being able to teach her anything. And she's going to put that on display. All right? And I'm trying not to spend too much time here. But Kendra G is going to do a great job of showing everybody who tunes into this live stream today exactly why she's approaching 50 years old, void of a significant relationship or an engagement. And her last engagement was the one that that time has shown she probably shouldn't have passed up. She probably should have held on to that guy, the electrician. She's talking crazy about him like she never liked him. But time has shown that might have been the best opportunity she's had. And until she gains an engagement that isn't a scam, time has shown that he was the best option she had. And she's going to do a good job of showing everybody why she's still by herself at this moment. And I've always said on my show, Kendra G's not a bad looking woman. Slightly above average. Not a 10, not a knockout, but slightly above average. But it serves we've seen women who are far into like the 9s and 10s when their logic is broken. The woman is broken, right? So we're gonna get into it. Ever since we started reacting to Kendra G's show, I've given Kendra G critique and advice that she probably doesn't even deserve. I told Kendra G that she needs to bring up the quality of her show, that she needs to reinvest in her show. Kendra G refuses to do these things, right? Kendra G has made millions of dollars on her singles live show via Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok and whatever. Kendra has not upgraded to anything past her iPhone since. Ecamm Live is only $100 and something bucks a year. If you guys think Kendra G doesn't have a MacBook or some kind of laptop, you're nuts. She hasn't taken the time to improve her show out of sheer laziness and a lack of appreciation for the people who tune into her show every single day. Like I've always said from the jump, that she does not give a damn about her audience, the people who tune into it. She thinks you guys are cheap. And if what I do is supposed to be a bad thing, what Kendra G does is certainly exploitive, and her careless nature has landed her to a place where most people barely call into her show. Now, we already have a sponsor, and he goes by the name of David Edwards. Y'all show that man some love. He dropped 25 on the show. Y'all show that man some love, man. David Edwards, Mama, our top sponsor. There goes that man. That puts us at 30, and here we go. Let's not waste any more time. Without further ado, let's get into the clip. Shouts out to the brothers who originally reacted to this. I believe it's Single by Choices. Go subscribe to their channel. I like to shout people out, especially if I use their work. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's see what Kendra had to say.
But we have some quality people and, women who I thought were A1, but they don't want to come on social media. And
so
I get that.
So what happens when you make them a highlight from the...
No. They can't. If they don't...
It don't matter. I mean...
Imagine being able to...
My fault, y'all. I'm on a different account right now. I should just go incognito.
We're grown coming here. You got to be 21 or older to get on the show. So while I understand it, you got to understand that comes with the territory.
Switch to my other account.
Well,
people talk about you.
Here's the deal.
Yes.
We have a dating app, so it's like, why are y'all arguing so much? Just join the dating app where the
I've been on a dating app since it came up. But what
I think there's two things could be true. What I love, and again, even some of the people that did the beta testing, because on the app, it will be up for you to decide. So there was like I think I might have had 10 guests, and we had a lot of guests last night on the app, but maybe 5, maybe half were willing to come on social. So I'll place their videos on social so you guys can see. You saw the white man that I posted earlier today. But we have some quality people and, women who I thought were A1, but they don't want to come on social media. And I get that.
So what happens when you make them a highlight from the...
No. They can't. If they don't want to be a highlight, then they won't be a highlight. That's your option on the app.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Because I've been a part of the app since it came out. I'm not down for... I was just... You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand not one, but they're going to... People, that's what people do. Like, these people don't know us. Once we hang up and all that stuff, they're not in our real lives. Like, I understand it because they talk about everybody sometimes so cruelly, but at the end of the day, I mean,
But look how we look right now on Facebook. Like, we can't I can't operate like this.
Much love.
I can't see it, but I know how we look because I watch it.
Well, once we watch it back, I'm showing it to you because when you put it, that's how, because the way I see it, we look regular.
So at what point do you reinvest, right? Maybe it's disrespect. How do we know it?
I'm learning is people don't like change. As if y'all recall, this show started on Instagram. So Instagram, this show wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Instagram. It started on Instagram in 2020. I came to Facebook and started doing lives of November of 2021. And then I started doing lives on YouTube in May of 2022. Like I know all my significant dates. But the issue with people is people don't like change and growth. And that's what life is. Life is forever changing. And I think you got to get comfortable with new things and change and growing and new opportunities. And what I'm excited about with the dating app, it actually makes us finally in a legitimate space, and we get to grow beyond. Like the app is going to allow for us to reach to different countries and different people. Like there's just a big
Kendra, you were already reaching different countries on your show, on YouTube, especially TikTok and whatever. The truth is you're trying to inflate the significance of this app that nobody cares about. That's the truth. Let's get back into it.
marketing push with the dating app, which I think you guys are really going to love. Because
what are you talking about? YouTube, Facebook, Facebook's one of the most diverse apps out. There are people literally in every country and square inch of the globe. How is your app gonna have a further reach?
Exactly. Kendra, like, are you starting to realize that just even the common everyday person can see how foolish you sound by thinking that your app has more reach than a platform that has, I don't even know how many content creators on there who have, you know how many people on YouTube have 1 million subscribers? That we can barely count them. So put that in the perspective of like the reach. You think your app is messing with anything on that level? If you do, Kendra, you might. There's really no need even talking to you about dating and relationships. Trying to help you with anything. How you can move yourself to a place of delusion of grandeur and within seconds. There's an argument that to try to help you is simply a counterproductive action. My God.
I ain't got nothing,
My
man.
God.
She on one. She is in a state of despair. Dang near season up. You know, she's talking nonsensical at this point. There you go.
I'm trying to find the part where she talks about the
Kendra,
content creators.
You are wrong.
we'll have more cousins. But I feel like y'all are so afraid. Like it's like people just don't like change.
But no, I'm proud of you, Kendra. I've supported you since day one. I'm subscribed to the Facebook show. I watched the YouTube show.
This is why I gave you an opportunity, because you are a supportive cousin.
Much love, Jacob.
You've been on the show
doing?
before.
Highway
I'm familiar with your
Wrong
name in the
King. How y'all
comment
doing?
section. So I don't take it, and I also want to say this. I don't take lightly any of you guys' support. Like I'm well aware that it's y'all support that has helped build this brand. So I never want y'all to think that I'm not grateful. But
Kendra, how often have you been checked for just how you talk to your audience? You went viral for trying to embarrass people. You've definitely tried to embarrass, humiliate a lot of men. You've had this attitude, this uppity attitude, and I didn't know when people would stop dealing with you altogether. But I have a feeling that people aren't ceasing to call into your show just because they're afraid of content creators or whatever the case may be. I think they're getting tired of you. People are starting to realize that you don't really value your audience. That's why you're upping this supportive, I support my audience rhetoric. Because I think on some level you know that you've been sort of taking your audience for granted. And people like me have been trying to like say like, hey Kendra, you should probably not do this. You should probably not say that to your audience. That'd probably make them feel some type of way. And you would say that, oh, you guys don't know what I'm talking. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You just want my life. You want my rented car in Beverly Hills. Right?
at the same time, I think y'all have to be more, honest. Like, I literally did what you said. I left the whole TikTok show to come back to Facebook, and we still got the issue that we've been having.
True, which I thought wouldn't be there for sure. I was sure. I was willing to go out on the.
So what have you done differently? Insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You have to troubleshoot and see what is wrong. All right, man, Mr. Walk over here at Carpet Footed Horse, we've had a lot of issues over the year. We ain't just gonna keep firing up the live stream and keep our fingers crossed and hoping it change. No, you got to reinvest and get new software and try to figure it out.
That part. Why are we?
I am shocked that Kendra G hasn't at least upgraded to, I don't know, StreamYard. That's how little she cares about how her people experience her show. Kendra, the fact that you stayed on your phone so long, you don't get. That's just one little thing for people to realize and a zero in on, to show them that you don't care about how these people receive this, and your mentality is take this, or because you should be so lucky anyway, take this muddy ass, dirty screen iPhone show. And now you're finally getting the backlash for it that you deserve. And I'm gonna be one of the first people to say, way back when Kendra G's show first started being popular, if we didn't have to delete everything to save our channel, you guys would see that I had content where I was literally holding Kendra G's hand on this one. I told her that this day was coming. And dating shows aren't dead. People acting like dating and relationship shows are dead. They're not dead. They're not dead. It's kind of like the stock market and the Forex market or anything else. It's right now it's on a downtick. Eventually it's going to be back up on an uptick again eventually. This will always be the center of topic and conversations. This stuff didn't start with us. This stuff started way back with people like Tom Likas and a bunch of other people having these conversations. Even people like Howard Stern moving over into this stuff when he wasn't being weird. This has always been a polarizing conversation that it goes on and up, then it goes down, then it waves. And eventually, people will start to call your show again. But when they do, up the quality of your show. Get a software called Ecamm Live or StreamYard, something like that. That way you won't even have to deal with Facebook and all that weird stuff. I think the way that they're stretching the image out on your Facebook, yeah, I find that. Truth is I don't even like you, but I think that that's very unfair what Facebook is doing to you. And as somebody who's also been tampered with by these platforms and bothered and lost money and picked with by these platforms, I get it. But you've done very little to try to improve the quality of your show. And you're wondering why people don't really want to call into your show anymore. It's not just that people are like, oh, it's because people like ThonLexy are going to be like, why did she ask for 100K? People are scared of having to deal with the big bad reaction guys. No, that's not it. That's not it. The quality of your show has just stayed on one level. I'm trying to find the part where she mentioned content creators. Then we're going to move on to the rest of the show. Because I didn't appreciate that. Because it's very dismissive, because now you don't have to think about what you need to do.
The TikTok show. And he comes on the TikTok show. It says, I've been trying to get your attention, because all you got to do is update Facebook.
So here we go.
I haven't been to the grocery store in over a year, but I'm eating healthier than ever.
In, right? And I guess he was trying to help Kendra, and in a minute it's gonna go left because Kendra ain't gonna be trying to hear nothing he's talking about.
Because
Kendra
she loves her audience.
So nasty. She's like, you better hold up now.
She's gonna just start cussing him out because you know how much she loves her audience.
Kendra, try to be feminine. This is why it's funny. Kendra got no coof.
By dog dial.
No coof. She don't know how to handle herself under pressure. It's all on look at her. She all worry and anxiety. Here's a tip for y'all. It's something I live by. Fear and anxiety is reserved for the unprepared. Kendra's unprepared, showing her phone to her phone.
So I leave TikTok to come back to Facebook. And Shakim, were you right?
No, I wasn't right, but can I have a rebuttal, please?
How do you have a rebuttal?
Because, okay, listen. It worked for me. I updated my app. I updated the app tonight, is what I'm saying. And it worked for me. I don't understand. And I knew you had to update it when you went there. It said update. So I wasn't necessarily wrong about that. And I'm trying to fix the Facebook show so we could still have a show. Because how Instagram beat us out?
Well, because Instagram here's the deal. Y'all take this so personal. First of all, the app is going to beat everybody out. But I already told y'all the theory of why people are afraid to come on Facebook.
Hold on, what did she say?
I told y'all the theory of why y'all take this so personal. First of all, the app is going to beat everybody out. But I already told
the app is going to beat everything out. Kendra, you're crazy. Kendra, you are out of your damn mind.
You are really dumb, for real.
Kendra, I swear I'm not saying this just to dump on you and to try to like knock you down and to tear down a black woman's dreams. I'm here to tell you I'm here to tell you as somebody who knows that your platform on some level has potential for you to not ruin your brand by saying things that are ridiculous and starting to become somebody who you just ruin all your credibility by just talking out of your ass. Kendra, you are not going to beat out YouTube and these other media. Kendra, I promise your dating app is not going to beat everything else out. And I think it could do well. I mean, people know who you are, so it's going to do well. But is it going to beat out? There's everybody tuning in today. There's a difference between being a confident person and simply just treating the world like it's a board game that you can just adjust the pieces exactly how you see fit, and there are no variables that are out of your control. This is what delusion on one of the highest levels looks like. This is when being ambitious goes rogue, and now you're simply not even a reasonable person anymore. She's like, my app's going to beat everything out. It's like, Kendra, what the fuck? No. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that just to like try to make you feel some type of way. I'm saying that because it's true. Like I always hear black people say, we need to start our own YouTube. We need to start our own. Like, nigga, you're not beating YouTube. You're not beating YouTube. And they're like, see, that's the problem. Y'all don't believe in it and y'all be hating. It's like, look, it isn't that I'm hating. I'm just saying I haven't. Only thing I seen niggas come together collectively for was the Montgomery beatdown. Is all I'm saying. Kim's like, my app's gonna beat everything out. I grew up with people like you. Like, I dated a girl like you in high school. She was nuts. My senior year. I'm not gonna say her name, but that crazy bitch knows who she is. But she was crazy. Like, not crazy in like, I will wake up or I will open up my trunk and she's hiding in my trunk crazy. But she was crazy. Like, she was one of those like girls who believed that they were like, they were an overachiever. And she just believed that if she really, really like wished upon a star, she could be better than everybody who she said that she wanted. And it got annoying over time when you realize you couldn't even uplift other people around this woman, because her delusions about what she thought about herself were so high that she couldn't accept the fact that there were people out there who were better than her. I remember there was this girl in our local community who had these astronomically good grades, and she got accepted into MIT, and she hadn't even finished high school. And I remember me being the petty guy that I am, I rubbed it in. I was like, Ebony, did you hear about the girl who's so much smarter than the rest of us? I had to fuck with her because she was so pretentious. And fuck her. A lot of these women out here, they don't put her out there. Because, you know what I mean? She ain't my problem. All right. Let's get back into it.
I told y'all the theory of
I
why
know
people
people
are
like
afraid
you.
to come on Facebook, excuse me, and YouTube. It's because of the comment section and the reaction channels. Last
That's
night
true,
we
but
did
you know what?
last night we did a beta test. We had less people and we had a 2-hour show. So it will
Sure,
be
but you
quality versus quantity. And you know,
Sure.
the way my life works, I
Quality
don't be having no
versus.
time to waste. So you can't get mad if I can't sit on Facebook for an hour begging people to come on the show.
I understand that, and I understand your time is valuable. I'm just trying to fix the issue because we still
Oh, Kendra, so you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I can't just sit there for an hour waiting for people to call. It's like, well, that's how you get this stuff going. That's how you build this stuff up. That's the truth. And sometimes it is a grind. Right now, people aren't wanting to call in so much, but that's going to change. So you need to stay on the grind and stay sitting there and find other ways. Keep bringing Zach on to react to the other people. Find other ways to keep the channel active. Somebody says reaction channels are the reason why people watch. Kendra, yeah, if you actually paid attention to the metrics, you would understand that the more people are who are reacting to your channel, that's just basically free marketing for your show. We're still not even going to make as much money as you make, dummy. We still come out at the back. We're getting the low end of the stick. You still gonna make the most money. And then after people watch our analysis of whatever it is you got going on, people are going to go back and watch the original content on your channel. That's just kicking marketing back to your channel. But you've been sitting here trying to fight with content creators since they've started reacting to you, and all they've been doing is promoting your silly ass. And you've gone to hell and high water to try to hurt people, to try to hurt people's pockets, to try to get people channels copyrighted and all different type of shit that you don't even understand. But again, it all speaks to your willingness to learn the channel and to learn the business, and that's very low. Here we go.
You can't fix the issue because I just told you what the issue was. So
What's the
both
issue,
of those
Kendra?
issues. Well, first
What's
of
the
all,
issue?
the Zoom issue is not fixed. So that was one thing. And the larger issue is there are some people who do not want to come on Facebook or YouTube anymore because of the reaction channel. So that's unfixable.
But you know what? They're gonna have to wear thick skin.
That is bullshit, Kendra. That's bullshit. Oh, it's reaction channels is why they don't want to call in. Are you sure? And I would have to ask you, and what's your way of being able to track that metric down? What's your way of being able to figure out that's why people aren't calling? Because there aren't anybody calling for you to be able to examine and say, why aren't you calling in? Because hell, nobody's calling your ass anymore. And I knew this day would come, especially because you've belittled people on your show and you've done things. And now that people are realizing that the chances of them meeting somebody of significance on your show is low, but embarrassment on your show is high. But again, more people, a new wave and a new generation of kids will discover what you're doing if you stay on your grind. And this will pick back up. But I don't know if you'll survive, because I can tell you're taking the downtick. You're taking everything personal. And you're not trying to look at why you failed in the first place. You're looking at everything else. And you're saying, oh, it's all those guys online making women scared to say what their standards are. Oh, really? Is that why women called Mr. Samuels at a rate that nobody still has called any other show, knowing he was going to be abrasive about their standards, their astronomically high standards? Come on, Kendra. Let's just be honest. Let's start having this conversation like adults, shall we?
They have a dating app, so they don't have to do that. We have a safe space created for them, and we'll go back to their main mission. And so that's what they have to do. They don't have
What's the main mission? You need to stop. Kendra's acting like there was ever a time during this 5 years where her show was taken seriously. There hasn't been 1 week. And 1 week. So in 5 years, well, we got 52 weeks in a year. There's been about 260 weeks, and not 1 week has anybody taken your damn show serious. So stop.
Kendra up here just telling lies. Again, people give her talking points, and this ain't her. She up here talking about she prefers quality over quantity. That's not true. Back to what she said, the original mission. She wants traffic. She needs quantity. She don't care about quality. She just needs droves of contestants rolling in so she can give the interview. Why you see that's why she can't have success, because she keeps lying. You ain't looking for quality. That's not, you shouldn't be, Kendra. That's not what you got going on for yourself. It was indeed the quantity. Yeah, doo-doo. But it
Yeah, and the thing is Kendra, for you to still be doing things on your phone and the volume, here's why your phone can't hold up. If you were some content creator, some smaller content creator coming up who nobody really knew anything about, you would be all right. That's why this worked for you back when Kevin Samuels was running shit, because your audience was big, but it was manageable. But now that you have a higher call volume, or there's more people who tune in, that's going to affect how the platform probably reacts to people who still haven't upgraded from a phone, even though their audience is immense and bigger than ever. And even the platforms are sitting around like, yeah, we're gonna block her up until she upgrades her camera. Like they like she's got too many people like coming in just to like not like until she comes. Elongate the faces of the people who call. Like. Facebook was like, you know what, we could do better. That's why it's like, I think that people shouldn't be able to see this. Like the platforms care about the quality. I even noticed that even with me doing short form content, I did a lot of complaining in the early days of me doing content. And even though I know that I'm shadow banned, I still was doing more complaining than focusing on how can I improve the quality of my videos, knowing that I might not get as many recommendations as the next content creator. And because of whatever YouTube's gripe is with me, that probably will always be the case. So should I get upset? Should I stop making short form content altogether like I've seen other shadow banned content creators do? What should I do? What I did was I started reading books and I got knowledgeable on how to make my short form content more engaging, the best that I possibly could, before I decided that I would bow out and not do as many reaction videos anymore. And now even if I take time off, I can come back and I can catch a rhythm in the short form game a lot faster, because I took a down time in my career, or a time where things weren't doing well, and I saw that as an opportunity to learn and as an opportunity to enhance what I was doing, instead of just thinking about everything that could be restricting me in the algorithm, or whatever the case may be, or who might not be supporting, right? So
it was something. Now you got nothing. Think about it.
He said, Kendra, these people gonna have to grow thick skin. Kendra said, my people ain't gonna have to do ish but join the app. So you shut your mouth.
Gynocratic Order 101. Yeah, we don't have to change for the better. My contestants ain't got to get thicker skin to successfully navigate the cutthroat world that is the internet. No, we're going to go over to our soft cushy place where it's padding on all the walls, and we're going to bounce around like animaniacs. We ain't got to get tough skin. We just going to pad the walls.
Have to have thick skin.
But even if you make them Kendra, let's be serious now. You had the show for 5 years, right? My whole thing is, if you looking for, they talked about me when I came up. They talk about everybody. We don't know those people from a hole in the wall. The mission is to find your person, not to sit here. If you worried about everything people said about you, we'd all be in our room in a ball somewhere. It don't matter. I mean, I understand it, but at a certain degree, we're grown coming here. You got to be 21 or older to get on the show. So while I understand it, you got to understand that comes with the territory.
Well,
People talk about you.
Shaquem, here's the deal.
Yes.
We have a dating app. So it's like, why are
The
There's a part at the end of this where Kendra tries to like get really lovey-dovey with this dude, and it actually pissed me off because Kendra G's only doing this now that people aren't calling.
you put into it. I'm here for this train wreck. Again, no sympathy. Carry on.
I was trying to. You say talk to your Facebook cousins, right?
Yes.
I'll be trying.
Yeah, we're still zoomed out. We're still zoomed out. Let me see though, but I will say this: I love you and I appreciate you.
I love you back, and I'm already on the
I
app.
love you and I appreciate you. Kendra, cut this shit. Kendra, I don't believe that you care about that guy you're talking to. I definitely know you don't care about the men. You don't care about the women who call in. You certainly don't care about the men who call in. You can just cut that shit out. Just stop it. Please stop playing. Stop it. That's not gonna make people watch this and be like, oh my God, maybe Kendra is starting to like, see, when you just did that, that's how I know on some level, you know what I know, that people are on to you that you do not fuck with them. And you're trying to blame it on me and on other content creators like me and O'Shea Jackson or anybody else who reacts to you. But really, Kendra, it's you. That's the truth. And you know that on some level. That's why, like, you're the few people who you do talk to, I notice your tone has changed. You don't have this attitude like, y'all need to hurry up because like other people are on the line and all this. Nah, every time you get real intimate, you keep people there. I noticed that. I noticed that you're keeping people there. David Hawking says the mission continues. You know it. You know it, big dog. Thank you. It certainly does. I appreciate your support, Hawk. Very consistent supporter. But yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I love you. I love you and support you, right? It's like, Kendra, I'm here to tell you, people don't believe you. People do not believe that. And that's why people aren't calling in, because your tone when the call volume was very high, and sometimes you were leaving early when the call volume was high. You were stretching yourself thin. You were bringing Zach in here and there, but because you were out of order, even when numbers were high, things were dwindling. That's the truth. That's the truth, Kendra G.
So I'm waiting.
All right.
All right.
It's too late for that, Kendra.
All right. Bye.
So
I'm gonna let
yeah,
them
it's a wrap now. I'll just stay here. But I did YouTube earlier because this
Zoom in, Kendra.
Hey, what is bulging out there? What is that? What's that? That Kendra Fupa top, huh?
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Why you come up here with that two-piece on, kid?
Kendra Pannis, yeah, kid, you might want to zoom in real quick. That's not flattering. You've been exposed by your outfit. Kendra, it's too late. Kendra trying to show love and consideration for her contestants now. Kendra, it's too late, sister. Twice. She said, I appreciate my supporters. Kendra had to bite her tongue and the blood is leaking down her throat. Then she told that brother, her eyes started twitching. She said, I love and respect you. I do, I really do.
Kendra, you set yourself up for this type of embarrassment. Sometimes I sit back and I wonder, why haven't you dared take a moment to be objective and critical for just a second when it comes to certain things? And look at where it's landed you. You keep ending up the butt of a joke. If it wasn't Kevin Samuel schooling you at the beginning of your show start, Corey Holcomb eventually schooling you on a radio show, you being silly enough to acknowledge me and elevating my channel in its early days. You've made so many errors. When are you going to slow yourself down and be critical and be objective and like be reasonable about what it is that you're doing. And when are you going to start taking accountability for why your channel and why people just don't see it as a favorable place to call in? There's a reason why Kevin Samuels never saw a decline in callers, really. And you've seen one of the biggest, you've probably declined in callers more than anybody who we've ever seen have as many callers as you could wield. Now it's like nobody even is thinking about calling in. or it's starting to happen here and there, but not nearly at the volume that it was happening before. So, again, Kendra, I really think you've always had a great attitude here. I mean, I've always thought you had a great idea here, a great concept. But I've always known that it's wasted on someone who still has so much maturing to do. Someone who has a lot of ambition, but is disorderly and chaotic. When that metaphorical uptick happens that I was describing earlier, here's what you do, Kendra. Because on some level, I like, believe it or not, I do care. Here's what you do. You start to treat your audience better. Find a way to show appreciation to the people who call into your show. Stop with the indirect shade that you think nobody notices, but the audience is supposed to notice to be able to laugh at the person, but the person isn't supposed to notice. People who make less money than you, who are beneath you intellectually, take these type of things personal. And I just knew over time it would hurt your brand. I did. I knew over time it would hurt your brand. Okay. Feature presentation. We've always had an issue with like overweight entitlement and overweight delusion in dating and relationships. But of course, calls like this put into perspective that there's levels to the shit, and that there are some people who literally live completely outside of reality, and we have to address it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Cash App's the only thing that can stop the show from this point. We're gonna let the clip roll. Let's spin the clip.
Hey Kendra, I had to fix my
Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones.
my singles app profile. That's why.
Oh, them edges is lit. Them edges is lit.
Put your tongue in there.
Slick down.
Thank you.
Them edges is slick down. All right, let's start. Olivia, where you calling me from? Why are you echo? You gotta take me off of something. You got me on your phone? You got me on two places?
No.
Hello?
Like Bernice. That's a big bitch.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
think
still
because you had it
echo?
on the phone. Can you take your phone? Turn your phone off or something.
Does that work better?
1, 2.
One,
Let's
two.
try. Where you calling me from?
Orlando.
And how old are you?
31.
31. What you do for a living?
If a man
31.
took testosterone therapy.
31 with 4 children. 31. 31.
How old are you?
31.
31. What you do for a living?
I'm a cosmetologist.
Okay. You have any kids?
I got 4.
How old are your 4 kids?
14, 11. Wait. No, 14, 12, 11, and 2.
2. Are they all by the same man?
Yes.
Why y'all not together?
Oh, he passed away. He's dead to me.
Wait.
I beg your pardon?
Okay. Is he dead for real or he just dead to you?
Just dead to me, Kendra.
When okay,
There's no hurtful feelings. It's just, can we skip over that question?
No, because that's
well,
important.
the only reason I will move forward because you have a 2-year-old. So when did like normally?
Ma'am, do you think that in real world practical situations you could walk up to a guy and say, and if he asked you where the father of your children, if he's interested in coming in your life for whatever fucking reason he would want to do that, do you think he would accept that response of, oh, he's dead, like he passed away because he's dead to me, so we don't got to talk about him? Men are going to accept that because we need to know what's going on with him. We need to know the chances of him circling back on the situation and coming back to just try to take over his kids. That's what men tend to do. They tend to wake up and then decide they want to come back and like be a dad or whatever the case may be. Some of them are locked up, and then when they get out, the only place that they have to go is where you live. The fuck, like, you women really think that you can be transparent about something like that? Much love to Intellect. He says, where you calling from? I expected her to say the kitchen. Shit.
Like Bernice, that's a big bitch.
He need to be calling from the gym, all blowed out, as big as outside.
You get your big fat ass on somewhere then.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
I don't blame men at this point for being borderline upset when big women roll out to the dating market asking for anything, because women think that broke men shouldn't be able to ask for anything. And if you guys haven't realized that fat women represent the broke women in the dating market, metaphorically speaking, y'all gonna have to catch up. That's not our fault that you on the rudimentary part of this conversation still. It's not my fault.
Anything under 5, I ask a little bit deeper, but when is y'all break up?
I just don't feel like there's no need to go deeper because I'm looking for a new man.
What you talking about?
But here's the deal. So women, you gotta understand this. A man with character is gonna want to know about the child's father because he's gonna have to deal with that father if he deals with your kids, right? So if you want a man who don't give a crap about you, don't care about your kids, then sure, that man don't care. But if a man worth anything is gonna want to know about the man he will have to deal with and results of dealing with you.
Okay, maybe I did.
I can't believe
word that wrong.
Pajamas got little
he's
ice cream cones on them.
Just answer this question: when did y'all break up?
Just
2 years ago.
Elongated.
When you was pregnant, the baby's 2.
Yeah, when I was pregnant.
That was the last time y'all slept together.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let it go. All right, so Olivia Orlando, 31. Have you ever been married?
No.
All right, we got an echo. It got to be you.
Oh my God. I don't know. Hold on.
All right, let me try. I'll try to talk low. Oh, that got worse.
I know it's stinking her crib.
I tried to mute it and then unmute it.
All right, let's try it. Okay, Olivia Orlando.
Yo, like, who do they think that they're fooling, Mike? Like, she's not fooling me. I know that she's
I
with that
forgot
dude.
what I was about to say. What kind of man?
She was with him yesterday, probably.
Olivia Orlando, 31. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
And never married, right?
Never married.
Okay, so never married.
We don't really identify mental health as the energy that it deserves. And I think I can.
Looking at Cam Newton.
So y'all don't co-parent? He don't give you money?
We're not supporting him because he leaves them hats alone.
Co-parenting, yeah, we co-parent. He pay what his children need.
Okay. Okay. Olivia.
Okay, so he pays for the kids' needs. So yeah, he in the kids' lives. So again, they got to deal with this dude. And you think you don't got to talk to him? Have you ever heard of a sucker punch? I'm dead serious. Like, it's a sucker punch. It's a punch you don't see coming. It's the reason why it's a sucker punch is because you never even know which direction it's coming from. You didn't even know you had an enemy before you got hit. See, men, the reason why we have to know about the father of the child a lot of the times is because we need to know where we need to watch our back. We don't know him. We don't know what he's on. We don't know what he's going to do or what he's going to be on the moment that he realizes we're involved with the mother of his child. We do not know him. Men, we know that there's a level of danger that's associated with us dealing with other men's children. This is not something you will be able to just gloss over, ma'am. Do you understand that? I hope so. You sound kind of, you sound like you're slow to understanding this, and that's a problem for me because you really do need to understand this. Because women like you put men in danger. You're like, oh, it's cool. Or women are, or you foolishly are like, man, the next dude who I'm with, he just got to be able to fight. Because like, my baby daddy, he a problem. And if you a pussy, just say that. And if you ain't got no hands, just say that. It's like, nah. Don't nobody have to be tough enough to fix your bullshit that you opened your legs to. You wouldn't be acting like, oh, I just need a dude out there who can handle my baby daddy. What type of shit is that? What is that? They got to be able to handle your baby daddy. For real, the more you come in and take, the better you take care of the kids, the more they want to offer you. I think when you ain't shit and you come in, they just sit back from their deadbeat position and they're just like, yeah, she couldn't do better than me. Yeah. But when the dad but when he found out that the dad doing good shit, he be like, man, fuck that dude. If I catch him, it'd be like Snoop on baby. It'd be like Snoop on Baby Boy. Like when the Yvette tinted windows came out, that nigga had that frown on his face. Jody was. I remember one time I was dealing with this girl. I'm gonna tell the story real quick. I was dealing with this girl. She was certainly a hoe. And I was dealing with her, and she was leaving my house. And I kid you not, another nigga who was like very kind of like prominent in the area, he was pulling up to my house. This chick was crusty enough to try to call another nigga to pick her up after I had just knocked her down. Dirty. So I just, for whatever reason, I forgot what happened. I don't know why I just happened to just be coming outside of my crib, and I just happened to see this dude coming down. This bitch tried to fan me back into my house. She was like, hurry up, go in the house, go in the house. I said, bitch, I'm not going in my house. You don't fan me into my house. It was all good. I didn't end up in a fight or anything. Everything was straight. But I'm just saying, that was when I was starting to realize that there were women out there who don't think ahead. They just live, and they don't really weigh things out. They put men in compromising situations because they don't weigh things out. I'm serious. You guys got to be careful with these women.
Orlando 31 Capricorn, cosmetologist, mom of 4 by the same man, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A God-fearing man, a man that goes to church faithfully, somebody that's fun, romantic, and just be chilling and vibing and go to work a lot because I love to work too.
Okay. What's your favorite Bible verse?
I am.
Jeremiah 29:11.
What's it say?
Oh, let me look it up. Hold on. I don't know about her now, Kendra. Now,
How's it your favorite Bible verse that you don't know about her? You say you want a God-fearing man?
Well, that don't mean I got good memory all the time, but I want somebody.
No, but no. I'm glad that Kendra G is starting to do this to you broads because it does matter. Y'all women are not going to be able to hold men to these religious standards and say you have to be on any level religious, and y'all can't even recite one Bible verse. That's ridiculous. Like, you women have to start understanding how absurd this is, that you can't recite anything in the Bible, but you're going out telling men you have to be a God-fearing man. Do you know how crazy that sounds? It's borderline infuriating because y'all think that y'all get to tell men how long it's gonna be till they gain access to your body with this shit and all this stuff. You're pushing men around with it, but you're not even true to it. It's not right. And you're liars. And by biblical text, you're blasphemous. If we're gonna hold you to the biblical text, someone who is religious would say that you're actually a blaspheme. Because to not know the word and to hold someone to it is what's called hypocrisy. Correlations 34. Shout out to his leg.
That has foundation and
Unbelievable.
listen, because it's a scary word out here.
Nah, doesn't mean I don't have good memory.
For real.
I also want to say something really quick. And it's gonna mean for anything. Kendra, the hairstyle that you're using right now is probably the best hairstyle you've chosen. And simply for the fact that it's your damn age. Right? And lately you've been doing more styles that are just kind of like not like a young person. And I'm just saying, it's working better than the other shit. But go ahead, live your life. 20-year-old, 50-year-old.
I don't memorize it too well, but look, I know where to find it at.
Where?
For all I know, the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. So
why is that your favorite Bible verse?
Because sometimes we can lose hope in this lifetime, and that is a reminder that, yeah, it's hope in the future.
Okay, fair enough. All right, what else do you want in a man?
He got to have a career. I think I said that. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Somebody that doesn't know what they want, doesn't know how to communicate, and doesn't show emotions in an effective way. Like, yeah. I think that falls under the umbrella of communication.
Okay. Falls under the umbrella of communication. Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Yeah, he gotta look good.
I beg your pardon?
Ma'am, I don't appreciate this. I don't appreciate you saying anything like that because I certainly feel like you've done the least to make yourself presentable in the dating market. I resent that as a men advocate, that a woman who I can see has done very little to put her body in a position where men will find her desirable. You say that a guy has to look good. Well, I'm here to tell you this. The majority of the men in the dating market prefer fit women, not women who are built like you. They prefer fit women. So that means the majority of the men in the dating market possibly would look at you and think you don't even care about men. So you don't get to say, I want a guy who looks good, even though, of course, I can see why you would want to be attracted by someone you dated. But again, to do that is the equivalent of a guy who has $0 in the bank saying that he deserves the best looking woman in the dating market and that she should hurry up and be so lucky. Right? And be so lucky. This is what you big girls sound like when you're like, he gotta have a beard, he gotta be tall, dark, and handsome, he gotta look good, girl. Shit, I mean, you know, shit, it's come time in humanity where now we have to start knowing who can say that and who can't say stuff like that. You're right, they're all 10s. This is where you get this from. Women did this too. Collectively, women say, oh, we're all 10s. Because, you know, this is all about support. We need to uplift one another. So when we see a girl who has broad linebacker shoulders, let's say that she's baddie. Let's say that she's a baddie. Let's just say she's a baddie anyway, because fuck it, right? Because you a bad bitch. Who gonna tell you any different? Who gonna... All y'all do is hype each other up, and then y'all watch the girls who are actually busted fail silently. Like y'all hype these big back ends up, and then they go out there like, hell yeah, I'm a bad bitch too, and then y'all all stand. Then the bad bitches stand back, and y'all Y'all watch those women crash and burn. Very deceptive. Incredibly deceptive. On some level, cruel.
Is there what does look good to you? Is there an example of that?
Polish. You gotta have that light in them. Like, I'm a man.
What the hell is even that?
Like, I'm a man. You know, muscular. Like, he's a man. Like,
I'm a man. I just need him to I just need him, like, this is the epitome of not knowing what the fuck you want. Like, she's like, I just want him to just walk around like, I'm a man. Like, do y'all see this shit? Like, do y'all see why I have a job? Kendra G always be like, why do people even care? Why are people giving them money, blah, blah, blah? It's because of this shit you women say. If you didn't say anything, I wouldn't have a job. But as long as there are black women talking and y'all are flapping that shit off, it's all but too easy.
He gotta be muscular.
That masculine look. You know what I'm saying? With the beard, like, just looking like a man, clean cut.
Does the guy you have 4 kids with look like that?
Yeah.
You a liar. And why did y'all break up again?
Kendra, please. I'm trying to learn to leave that in the past.
You know that if you disclose details about the father of your child, that Kendra's going to find out that was a guy you shouldn't have been involved with at all, further moving your dating value and your dating market value down. It was probably some scrawny guy rocking a 5X t-shirt. He probably was swinging off on you. Or whatever the case might have been. But it's gonna prove that you should have never been there in the first place, and it's because you've been direct with so many other things, and then you're choosing to be indirect with that. So it raises suspicion. It raises suspicion. I'm just saying.
Girl, you have 4 kids with him and a 2-year-old, and now you want to leave him in the past? Maybe after baby number 1, you could have left him in the past. There was no signs. Like, you have 4 kids. Throughout the 4 kids, there was no signs that you was going to leave him in the past one day?
At one point, are women held accountable? Like, how many people watching this today might say that guy is a deadbeat father? Is he really a deadbeat father? Let's really just slow that down for just a moment, because there's a huge misunderstanding happening in the black community. I think we should talk about it, because Kendra's right. You have 4 children by this guy, and you want us to believe that it was that like throughout that whole duration and all that trial, you didn't see anything that showed that he wasn't going to be a father to those kids and he wasn't going to stick around. Nothing. And I'm here to tell you, all you women out there who are the same archetype type of woman in some way or another, you sound just as ridiculous. When you women who have had multiple children by a man try to act as if you were blindsided, no, that just means you just made the same dumbass mistake 2 times. That doesn't mean you didn't notice some things. And it's about time we started to be real with that. You women who have had multiple children with the same guy, 1 kid may be. After you have 2 children with the guy, nobody hardly gives a damn what you're talking about. And why should they? You had 2 kids with him. There's only so many. You can only lower him. Some of y'all try to act like y'all didn't. You have 4 kids with this man. Some of y'all try to act like y'all can talk about how bad he was in bed. Be like, oh yeah, it wasn't even that good. It was small. He'd be like, you have 4 kids with him, so you might as well not even bring that shit up. That ain't gonna make your new dude feel better acting like you never were pleased by your baby daddy. Like, the way you women lie It's insane. And y'all be acting like y'all don't want to deal with lies. Y'all lie. Y'all lie to get along. Y'all all lie about the same things. That's why, guys, don't talk to your woman about her former partners. The bitch ain't gonna be honest. It ain't no use. You're talking to a wall. She a liar. She gotta lie because if she don't, she lose value. She got way too much incentive in the game.
You know those type of things that just don't work out and you just go move on. It's just one of those type of things.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, I'm gonna try to leave it alone. Should the guy make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, he got made bank. I need a man that made bank.
How much money?
Like, I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. Like, at least $1 million.
Buy a dog, die alone.
Shaming yourself. Ain't nobody shaved. What? What the fuck?
Man, you need to stop playing. You need to stop playing because this is your life. These kids need a potential stepfather, possibly. So you probably should stop playing around. Because I can just tell by your body language. And this is a blind reaction. This is my first time seeing this. I can just tell that you think that this is a joke. And I can tell that you really don't know what to ask for. See, didn't I tell you guys, a lot of times women don't know what their value is. They'll do that thing where they say, oh, as long as he can take care of himself. Or they just go astronomically high, hoping that somebody might, like, I don't know, be dumb enough to be like, you know what, I made $1 million. You know who I'm going to get with? I'm going to get with me a fat-ass girl who got 4 kids by a guy who probably 9 times out of 10 is sketchy as hell. And I always tell women, like, if your son is a millionaire, arguably the rarest earner, one of the rarest earners in the dating market, do you want him dating you, a fat ass, I got four illegitimate children by a scrub, come take care of us, come take us to Disney World? Do you think that that's what happens, man? And I think you wouldn't want that to happen for your son. So why do you want it to happen for somebody else's son? Or you're just playing around because you actually don't know what your value truly is. You actually don't know what your dating market value is. So it's easier just to play around. Oh, he got to have $1 million. He got to act bank and then laugh. That's not funny. You're going to attract a drug dealer. You're going to attract somebody who's a criminal. Somebody's going to get your house raided. Still going to think it's funny then? Look at Kendra. She's just drained in the soul. This is...
I can't hear you. You there?
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to answer the question. So how much money he got to make?
At least $1 million.
So your children's father made $1 million.
Oh no, that's why I need somebody to make $1 million.
Why do they have to make $1 million now?
It's value in it. It's value. When you want more, you get more.
You make $1 million.
I'm on that ladder to making $1 million.
Where are you at on the ladder currently?
Probably very low down there, but I'm almost there.
What's very low?
I wouldn't put a number on it because it's fluctuating.
Well, you got the number of his requirement.
Shout out to Anthony Wright. He dropped 15 for the next show. I think that was all we needed, dang near. Or 25. We're almost there. Much love. Thank you.
It goes up and down, up and down.
So what's the today's value? What's the today's number?
Oh no, that's gold. That's gold. My bad.
It's very low.
Much love to him.
Okay, what is it?
Much love to Anthony Wright.
I don't know the exact number.
You should know how much money you make a year. You're a mom of 4. You should know your income.
No.
You're a liar. And you do know, you just know that it's very far from $1 million. Again, you're choosing to not give up information so that you don't appear to look the way you inevitably will end up looking anyway. You should really just be forthcoming. It's too late.
You don't know how much money you make a year?
No.
Jesus.
What do you think a millionaire requires?
He doesn't require any income, Kendra G. And you would know that if your ass would listen to somebody and stop fighting with men advocacy all the time, you would understand that there isn't any money requirement for men. We could care less what you women make. Excuse me, I'm stuttering Stanley. You would know that, Kendra, if you would stop fighting men advocacy and just like try to sit down and have a conversation and stop acting like men are just out here to make black women feel bad. It's not the truth. She said, what do you think he'll be expecting? He's not going to be expecting anything from a monetary standpoint from a woman because that's not how the winners in the dating market are really thinking anyway. That's the truth. A millionaire? What do you think a millionaire needs? See, Kendra, that's your problem. You think that a millionaire is like, oh, you know what I need? I need $500,000 more dollars a year to go on top of this $1 million. Maybe my girl will have it. That's not how men think. So now you have to find another way to be significant to men other than your career. That means you're going to have to cook. You're going to have to be available. I don't even think he made this chick do the Kendrick cam. I don't think she even made her do the Kendrick cam.
Hungry Root is the easy.
I got to grab something real quick. I'm going to keep it playing.
What aspect?
And that's what you should probably figure out. Because here's the deal. Listen, you can't manifest things in real life, right? But you have to do your part, right? Faith without works is dead. That should be everybody's favorite Bible verse because I think a lot of people have faith, but they don't have works. They don't have the work aspect. It's not uncommon. I was with millionaires all weekend. I said this at the top of the show. I was at InvestFest and literally I was with millionaire men all week. That was what it was. But I think y'all come on my show and y'all just talk. And I don't want y'all to be the butt of nobody's joke. That's not my goal. And because I do have love. So if you just want to troll, then that's your business.
No, I ain't trolling because I got millionaires in my family too, honey. It's not me trolling. Okay, that's really what I want in my life.
Okay, so that's why I asked you. Okay, so I asked you the question, what do you think matters to a millionaire man? And you said you didn't know. That was the question I asked you. So since you have
I said, in what aspect are you talking about?
In all aspects. What type of man is a millionaire? What do you think he looks for in a woman? What matters to him?
Probably companionship because
it's more than just
he's a working man. He's a working man 9 times out of 10. I mean, he just wants somebody to come home to.
He has a lot of people to choose from for that. He's a millionaire man.
Well, so I wouldn't know because I never dated a millionaire, so that's I don't know.
Ma'am, and you never fucking will. Ma'am, and that's because and let's just do the math. Let's just do the math on it. Let's just do the math. You're 31. You've been in the dating market since you were probably or just available for men to date you, maybe since you were maybe about 18, 19, right? All that time, I promise you, somebody would have invited you on a boat. Somebody would have did something. Somebody would have shown you. There would have been some type of sign you could look to that would show you that you're that rare of ilk of woman. But the reason why it hasn't is because you're not. That's why you haven't been invited on a boat or anything like that.
So maybe, okay.
Let me not guess.
Right. So how about you do this? Are you being serious? You really want to date a millionaire? Or are you trolling me?
No, I'm being so serious.
I think women learn the man that you say you want. Yeah, start learning the man that y'all say y'all want. if you're
Hold on, my
serious.
phone about to
Because
die. Let me grab my charger. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Kendra, learning the man isn't like, this is going to end up being 2 shows. One is going to be about the archetype, but the other is going to be helping Kendra learn about all this stuff as well. Us giving Kendra free game she's not going to use. Kendra, learning about a high-value man doesn't move you closer to him. Qualifying for him does. She could know everything about the way high-value men think. You said you work with them, and that those are the men of your world, is what you say. But for some reason, none of them ever proposed to you and asked you to get married. That's just such an interesting detail also. I mean, it's interesting that you point out that those men are in your world, but it's also interesting that none of those men proposed to you or are thinking about it. And go ahead and tell me some of them are. Go ahead and tell me some of them are like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, somebody proposed to me yesterday. Right. Because women who are on the back end of their life and it's borderline almost over for, they're just turning down engagements because they can. I know if I was talking to you, you would say that somebody's trying to propose to you. You lying. You lying.
Because here's the deal, and I want to say this from one black woman to another. I don't want you to be the laughing stock online.
Oh, they can laugh at me all they want because I'll
What
be
do you
laughing at
think
them.
you are?
But I don't want that for you. And if this is something you seriously want, then you should learn the man that you're requesting and learn.
Yeah. Don't listen to Kendra G. Lady, don't listen to Kendra G. I'm not gonna let Kendra G go on that crazy ass spill of nonsense rhetoric that doesn't make any sense and don't do nothing for nobody. Again, ma'am, I'm just gonna give it to you real. You don't qualify for a man who makes $1 million. Most women don't, and you don't look as good as even probably the majority of the women in your local area. You're actually a below average woman. If I had to rate you, I'll rate you a 3 on a 10 scale. 3, that means you probably end up working. You might end up going 50-50 with somebody who isn't that high of an earner. And you have to learn to be okay with that and still appreciate him, and he's still in the league. He tells you what to do, right? That's probably as good as it gets for you. And there's an argument that with the 4 kids, he might even could do better if he doesn't have any kids, right? You're looking for, and again, and to be honest, there's an argument that overweight women just get what's left over. That's the truth. You've made that little of an effort to improve yourself for men that men naturally put bigger women at the back. We don't even think about it. Back women go to it isn't even that we put big women in last place. We just put all the good looking women in first place. And then after we got done putting the good looking women in first place, there were these big burly bras behind us. We're like, oh, y'all, you guys are here? But anyhow, good show. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I enjoyed delivering the show. We did sponsor it. We reached that new $50 mark. And so we'll be back here tomorrow. We'll be back here tomorrow for another show. There's a woman who said that she wants a man who makes 6 figures, and she wants him to wait until marriage for him to be able to hit it. And I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with her. I'm not okay. Not all right with that. I don't really like these Christian women. They do a lot. They say things that they shouldn't say. And it's time to put them in their place. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's ThonLexy. I'll see you guys on the next show tomorrow. Be good. You guys have a good night. I'm out here.